the economy has been bleeding from first, naturally, high inflation. The economy has also suffered a lot of policy inconsistencies. And the basic underpinnings of an economy, strong infrastructure, consistent government policy, and job creation, all the indices that we should be looking at for any economy of our type has basically gone in the negative territory in the past, not just 3 years, I like to say in the past 10 years. So this country and this economy, the common man on the street have been feeling the pain on the chin. Even during the period where some people will be talking about the high growth rate in the GDP and economic growth and those kind of things, most people on the streets they feel it. So the economy of Nigeria is sort of already, I would say, in the intensive care unit. What we need to do now is to carry out a quick bypass surgery in order to bring it out of there and get it back working.
Okay, we seem to have seen the central bank inject some funds in the last few weeks, and this has greatly helped the Naira. We've also seen that the inflation rate dropped for the first time in 15 months to about 17.72%. Now, for you, what are some of those things that will still, those actions? Because you said that the issue of policy is one that has, put us in the state where we are now. What are some of those things, those steps that you think that we need to take now, maybe following what the CBN is doing that is currently helping both the currency and generally the economy?
Yes, I think in terms of solutions, there's no doubt in my mind that you need to take steps that, one, reduce inflation or manages inflation, two, that creates jobs, and three, that increases productivity. These three things have to be done almost in near perfection. This economy, we do not have an opportunity to make mistakes, neither do we have an opportunity to delay. The problem of delay and timing and inconsistency has been the biggest issue that the economy has faced today. Because when investors would rather know that you have a bad policy and plan for your bad policy than not know your policy at all. That way people are more reticent and they will not put money into the economy, and therefore you will not create jobs. So key things. First thing, if you want to manage this economy today, first thing first, is to make sure you are clear, crystal clear, about your policy and restore confidence in your policy. In the case of policies now, we're talking about monetary and fiscal policy. Fiscal policy-wise, we need to have a very clear path from where we are today in terms of spending and where we need to be at the end of the year in terms of spending. Now we're talking about the budget. And there needs to be an alignment of that alongside in terms of what was the program of the government when it sought our votes. So the manifesto have to be brought back on the table, and we need to look at it and say, what is in that manifesto that the government promised one, and two, how are they putting money behind all those promises? And how quickly can we inject money into this economy in order to get the economy going again? That's on the fiscal side. On the monetary side, I'm sorry, it seems as if the damage is already done. The market simply does not trust the CBN governor, I'm sorry to say. The market does not believe what comes out of the CBN today. In fact, you talked about what the CBN is doing right now. It was forced. On a Thursday, the National Economic Council met, the governors, and basically said it is not tenable that our constituents will want to go abroad, or our constituents will want to send their children to school because we've not provided schools here in Nigeria. Our constituents want to treat their children over, or their families and elderly overseas and not be able to access foreign exchange. And therefore, they said, and they forced the central bank to liberalize the policy. That should have been done. You do not need the NEC to do that. So we have a terrible crisis of confidence. And if you know the way currencies work, any paper currency, we no longer have the gold standard. So any paper currency fluctuates up and down based on psychology. So the psychology, the confidence that the policymakers themselves give the system is more important when it comes to monetary